disallowed. Then also depreciation, we don't even want to see it. They are going to enjoy capital allowance, right? And capital allowance is always computed in place of depreciation, right? Then we have interest on loans. Interest on loans, the laws stated it explicitly. Any financial charge, interest on borrowings, arbitration and litigation should be what? Disallowed.
Disallowed.
So interest on loan, you don't need to check if it is your brother or your auntie or his arm's length. Do you understand? The next one, allowance
Yes,
for
sir.
doubtful debt. This examiner is funny. He gave you the breakdown, right? He gave you the breakdown. It's so nice. So he wanted you to pick which one is allowable and which one is disallowed. So is there which one is allowable for tax purposes?
General is
No, all of it is disallowed.
All of it is what? Disallowed. God bless
specific
you.
is allowed.
All of it is disallowed. All is disallowed.
Okay.
For PIA, any doubtful debt is disallowed, whether specific or general.
Oh, general.
For
Okay.
for CETA, Company Income Tax Act, general is disallowed, specific is
Okay.
allowed. Abi,
Yes.
we are on the same page, ba?
Yes, we are.
Any question?
No, sir.
Then we have administrative expenses. Then we need to go and check too. We don't need to rush into conclusion. What makes up administrative expenses? The admin expenses is made up of the following: natural gas flare fees, that's oil spillage fees, right? Hello. If your book is making noise, you can mute. Do you understand? Right? Natural gas flare fee is disallowed. Right? Transport cost is allowed. Cost of obtaining information on well is what? A research cost. Are we together?
Yes.
So, and research cost is what?
Disallowed.
Good. Expenditure for acquisition of geological information. Expenditure for acquisition of geological information is what?
Allowed.
Eh?
Disallowed.
I didn't get you.
Allowed.
Allowed.
I'm not getting
Disallowed.
it. It's confusing.
Which one is allowed? Which one? You sure you're confused?
Yes. He said for the cost of obtaining, I did not get that. And the expenditure for acquisition, I don't know that one.
Okay, I said expenditure for acquisition of information is a research cost. That's cost of obtaining information, is research. And the PIA made it so open that any research cost should be what? Disallowed. Then expenditure for acquisition of geological information, allowed or disallowed?
Allowed. It relates to the oil and gas.
Good. Allowed. Then other allowable expenses, allowed, right?
Yes.
Are we all on the same page?
Yes, sir.
Then where do we stop? Then we have bank charges. Bank charges relates to financial charges, Abi. Right? And the law provides that any financial
Stamp
charge.
duty. Yeah, stamp duty, sir. Stamp duties after the main.
Okay, admin, stamp duties. Stamp duties is allowable, right? Stamp duty is allowable. Stamp duty is allowable for
Yes,
tax
sir.
purposes. right? Then we have bank
Yes, sir.
charges. Bank charges relates to financial charges, right? And financial charges are disallowed.
Allowed.
Then we have miscellaneous expenses. We still also need to check the breakdown for miscellaneous expenses. We have tenement levy to local governments. That's allowable, right? Contribution to Niger Delta, allowable. Contribution to host community development fund is also allowable. Donation made to widows and orphans is what? Disallowed.
Disallowed.
Right? Then income tax provision disallowed. Tertiary education tax provision is also disallowed. Are we all on the same page? So the
Very well,
examiner
sir.
asked me to determine the adjusted profit and accessible profit for the first quarter in 2022 in line with the provision of Petroleum Industry Act. Abi,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
with the analysis that we did, we've solved it and we've gotten 18 marks. You see why you don't, you see why it's too cheap for 18 marks, Abi?
Just like that.
Not cheap because how you are picking the allow and disallow like this. On a normal basis, you have mix it up.
But anyway, I even appreciate the fact that they give good mark to it because it's the first time of setting it. So any student that even go to this exam, knowing this provision is actually prepared for the exam. Even up till now. Are we still together?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So well, familiar, I don't making that. Okay, all figures are in thousand, right? So we said we are going to use the two approaches to it so that we can get the full grasp of it. So the first approach is what? I use the gross income approach. Gross income. What's the total gross revenue, please? 1560980. Please call figure for me so that we'll be sure we are not sleeping. This is not a good. Eh?
Your working notes, you can't see it.
You can't see the board.
You can't see my screen?
Yes,
Yes.
just the question we are seeing.
Wow. How about now?
Yeah.
That's fine now.
Okay. So the gross income is what?
1,560,980.
Like this, Abby?
Yes.
Yes.
Then less allowable expenses. What are the allowable expenses that we have?
Production costs.
Sorry, just a minute. How much is production cost? 21070.
70. 130.
Like this, Abby? Tangible drilling cost, Abby?
Yeah.
18,800, Abby?
100.
Then intangible drilling cost, Abby?
600.
17, like this, Abby?
Yes,
Then I
sir.
have cost of
Gas.
gas
Well,
or re-injection.
4,000.
Eh?
4,000.
Then we have cost of drilling. First two well.
Cost of drilling is not allowed to.
First two well is allowed.
Allowed 16,000.
Okay. Nothing. All right. So cost of drilling first two well appraisal, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. So that's 2/3, right?
Yes, 16,000.
Times 4.
16.
How much is that?
16,000.
Then the next one, rent, right? 13,000, right? Then royalties.
And exports. Yes.
You can actually add the export and import. Let's do that to save time. So just do 69,300 plus 9,800, Abi?
Yes.
How much is that, please?
79. 7,900.
79,000.
29,100.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay, good. What else do I have? Salaries and wages. Right? How much is salaries and wages? 170,500, right?
500. Yes.
Head office shared cost is what?
So
Disallowed.
now,
Then repairs and maintenance.
7.5.
And repairs and maintenance is how much? 8,930. Is it?
No. There's part of repair and maintenance that is
Yes, you
allowed.
deduct the part that is allowed from it if it's only one.
That's 7.5.
Hey, is it 7.5 you said?
Yes, sir.
We've not done capital gain tax, Abby.
Yes, we have not.
Okay. We've not done mining too, Abby.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Done that, sir.
We've not done double taxation treaty too.
Yes, sir.
What have we now done?
Hello, sir.
Is it this?
Yes.
In the repair and maintenance, I noticed you removed the repair of oil pipeline and repair of plant.
No, I've corrected myself. I did okay in the work note, Abi. It's minus 1430. Right? Then we did custom duties on
Hello, sir.
essentials. Yes,
Can you please enlarge that repairs and maintenance?
I will send this Excel file to you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So custom duties on essential is disallowed, right? Depreciation disallowed. Allowance for doubtful debt disallowed. It's admin fees that we now admin expenses. How much is the admin expenses? 79,200 minus what is admin expenses? Minus which part of gas spread is disallowed, Abi? Minus 10,000 minus cost of obtaining information.
7
So what do you have, please? Please don't sleep, oh.
61,900.
Transport costs and
61,900.
are allowed.
Yeah, 61,900. Are we on the same page?
No, please don't be offended.
No.
I don't understand what you did on pay and maintenance.
Yeah, on the repair and maintenance, they gave us a breakdown,
Okay.
right? So they gave us repairs of oil pipelines and storage tank is allowed. Repairs of plant is also allowed. Only improvements on building is disallowed.
Okay.
So that's why it is only improvements to the company's building that are disallowed.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Then stamp admin expenses, have we done that? Yeah. Stamp duties. But in my own opinion, I think this act should be reviewed. What should be interpreted better? Bank charges disallowed, right? Miscellaneous expenses. This act should be reviewed. Bank charges should be allowed. But what's going? Miscellaneous expenses, so we have 2,200, right? 2,000 to the tenements, 5,500 to the state, or to NDDC, right? And 12,000 to the, what do we have?
95.
Abi? Right. Income tax provision disallowed. Mr. Okay, tertiary education tax provision is also disallowed, right?
Yes.
Have we covered all of them?
Yes.
Almost everything now.
Are you sure we covered everything? So
Um,
adjusted profit.
I think we are fine.
Right? Less loss relief. How much is loss relief?
5,000.
85.
We have accessible profit. Base finance. And then that you've gone with your 18 marks like that. Like play.
How do you get that loss relief, sir?
The unabsorbed loss brought forward from previous year were 35.
In the question?
Yes. This is it. Right? Do we understand it?
Yes, sir.
Any question, please?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please. The calculation of adjusted profit.
Yes.
Why are we not considering Why are we not consider the education tax?
Any provision
Before
whatsoever is allowed. That was that was under Petroleum Profit Tax Act. Under Petroleum Profit Tax Act, you will do 2/102 of the adjusted 2/102 of the adjusted profit, Abi?
Yes,
Yeah, but now it has been scrapped by PIA.
okay.
As I said,
Hallelujah.
Okay, so we are not going to compute for the TET of 2/1/whatever.
no, not the T. They are liable to tertiary education tax, but the old school guys among us understand that before used to do 2/102 of something like that of the adjusted profit to make it allowable. So that's what he's asking. Right? So we just want to look at the alternative solution to it. There are many roads that leads to Mecca.
So the accessible profit is 906,350, sir.
906K. What
So
you have
less
there is
the loss.
35,000 and all figures are denoted in thousand. So when you bring it to your
Yes.
solution, you should have 35. Not 35,000
Yes.
again.
Oh, okay. I get it, sir.
Hello, sir.
Thank
Yes, sir.
you, sir.
Sir, if the question is below the year 2020, I
Then
mean
it's
that the tax year is below 20.
we should do PPT, although we don't expect the examiner to set old questions for you. This
Okay.
ICANN, we are modern, we are new every morning.
Okay.
So we expect you to.
What you are saying now is that petroleum profit tax, it differs from Petroleum Industrial Act.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And Petroleum Industry Act has scrapped the provisions of petroleum profit tax.
So that means they cannot set question on that one.
Yes.
Sir,
Or
can you please
better put, I don't expect the examiner to set question under that. Do you understand?
But this is that under any year, so we should be prepared, right?
What do you say?
I said this is taxation. Question can come under any year. We should be prepared, right?
No, we don't expect the examiner to be setting you from old questions or from old stuffs. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't expect him to set anything PPT again.
sorry, when you were explaining the notes earlier, there is a particular part that has onshore, offshore water or something.
That's hydrocarbon tax.
Please, will you solve any question related to that one?
Yes, but not tonight. I will solve question in the next class. But let's do you want me to do the alternative solution or you know the alternative?
Yes.
Let's do it. Do it for us, sir.
Please do the alternative. Oh.
Okay. So alternatively, you can use the net income approach or net profit approach. So you do net profit. How much is net profit now? 645, 420. Then you add disallowable expenses, right?
Yes.
So we come and check which expenses did we disallow in the last class, in the last solution. Petroleum production cost is allowed. Tangible drilling cost is allowed. Intangible drilling cost is also allowed, Abby. Cost of
Yes.
gas reinjection wells is allowed. Then cost of drilling appraisal cost, Abby. The third one,
Yeah.
cost of drilling.
1,000.
Third appraiser well. That's what? 1/3 times what?
Times
24,000.
24,000.
That's how
6,000.
much? Like this, Abby.
Yes, sir.
Rent is allowed. Realty is allowed, right?
Yeah.
Salaries
Head
and
office shared cost.
office. Right. How much is it?
62,000.
Right. Repairs and maintenance.
Improvements to the company's building.
Yeah, good.
1,430.
1,430.
We have 1,000. What other thing? Custom duty on essentials. Right?
Yes. 2,900.
2,900. Right? We have
Depreciation.
depreciation. And that depreciation used to give people free mark because everybody knows it. That's the first thing people first look for. Interest on loan, Abby.
Yeah.
How much is it?
4,400.
Like this, Abby.
Yes.
Then allowance for doubtful debt. How much is it?
Oh.
34,000, Abby.
Yes.
Then we have admin expenses. Is there part of it that was disallowed?
Admin expenses.
Yes.
Yeah, we have the gas flare fees. That's 10,000,
Cost of obtaining
and the
information.
cost of obtaining information, right? So we have 17,300, right?
Charge.
Then we have bank charges. Sorry, my sister. I will give up for couple. Mr. Lanos
Expenses. Donation to
expenses.
widow.
Abby, is there anything we disallowed there?
Yeah, donation
Donations
to
to
widow.
widows and orphans.
Okay, that's 3,000, Abby.
3,000.
What other thing do we have?
Income tax. Tertiary education tax.
How much is that?
90,000.
90,000.
90,000.
Yeah, tertiary.
Education. 1,000.
6,000, Abby.
6,000.
So let's do it. Right? Remember just if there's no negative on support, we should get the same answer. Right? There's loss relief. 35, Abby.
Yes.
Then accessible.
And forward to the word.
Hey, sorry. Let me do it that way. Let me put mine there. Any question?
So is that all?
That's all.
Wow.
Sorry, sir. I want you to just give us like um, a summary of what's the difference between the first one and the second one? Because what I'm saying is that from the first one, we have gross income, and then we'll go on to take out the allowable expenses. And second one, we have net profit, and then we take away the allowable expenses.
Okay. Let me give you, okay, to just make it simple. In determining your income tax liability, it is either you go through these routes. I want to give you the format. Any income tax liability, be it company income tax, be it petroleum, any income tax liability you want to determine. You can either go through taxable income. I think I've given you this format before. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Less allowable expenses. Then it will give you the adjusted profit. This is the first one. Or you do, are we together? Net
Yes, sir.
profit, this is the most common. This add disallowable expenses. Add taxable income omitted. Less non-taxable. Right? Then to give you the adjusted profit. Right. So either ways, you should always get the same answer. But this is the most common approach people use. And irrespective of the nature of the question, all questions will permit you to use this. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
But not all question information will allow you to do this.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So in every given question, every question whatsoever will give you this information. But not all questions will give you the total allowable expenses. But either ways, if you have access to the same information, you should get the same answer using any of the two methods. So that brings us to the end of the computation. Is there another question?
Yes, sir. I want to make an appeal as
Yes.
regards the material because it's clear that what we have in the pack is quite different from what I'm seeing here. And the pack that we are using presently doesn't contain all these principles and rules that I just now. So it's an appeal, please. Please do me a favor to share with us. It will go a very long way for us. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Any other question? Any other contribution? The B part of the question, actually, I'll just explain it to you. I will not, or I will just give you a tip of it so that you have your 20 marks once and for all. So comment on the cost price ratio, right? The law provides that the expenses or the expenditure of the company should be restricted to 65% of the gross revenue of the company. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
The law provides that's the cost price ratio. Cost price ratio. The law provides that the company's allowable expenditure will be restricted to what?
65.
65% of the company's gross.
Can you go up a little bit, sir, so that we can see your board?
Okay. The gross income.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's the idea of the petroleum, the cost price ratio. So in the next class, that's just the tip. In the next class, we'll be looking at the exemption and the modalities, and also be looking at a question that's actually look into the intricacies of the cost price issue. Are we together, please?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure we are together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any question? Do you understand anything we've done today?
Yes, sir.
Very, very well, sir.
Okay, that's fine. I hope you've not wasted 1 hour and 28 minutes.
Thank you very much.
Sorry for the inconveniences, sir.
No problem, sir.
It
Thank
is,
you very much.
thank you so much.